Hi, I'm Eric Steven, and welcome to the Squared Circle Roundup. That's my weekly assessment of everything that happened in professional wrestling this week. So this week I watched WCPW, Clash of Champions, Raw, Ring of Honor, SmackDown Live, Smash Wrestling, New Japan Pro Wrestling, NXT, Lucha Underground, and Impact. You might be wondering, Eric, how can you watch so much wrestling? How do you find the time? I have a newborn. I don't sleep. I don't sleep at all. And there's always wrestling on somewhere.
There's always
wrestling when you're awake.
It's time for Rapid Fire!
Alberto El Patron, that's Alberto Del Rio for all you peteros out there, made his first post-WWE appearance at WCPW Loaded. Cesaro literally tried to kill himself for your entertainment. $9.99 is not worth it, Cesaro. Maybe in Switzerland, where you're from, that's a lot of money, but as long as you're entertaining folks in America, please be safe. America! Speaking of Cesaro, the Best of 7 series ended in a no contest. But Foley did live up to his end of the deal and gave Cesaro and Sheamus both title shots at the Tag Championship. I called that! Not here, but in my fan fiction. And Cesaro doesn't die, and him and Sheamus formed the greatest tag team ever. The end. So Christopher Daniels made this really awkward promo for his upcoming tag team title match at All-Star Extravaganza 8. He basically said his championship was more important to him than his wife and child. Scripted or not, that's not a cool thing to say, and I hope you lose your championship hard. Smash Wrestling took on Progress Wrestling. In case you don't know what any of those are, Smash is from Canada, Progress is from England. They had 3 nights of their rosters fighting each other, and it was very entertaining all around. And there was a lot of people that you might recognize from the Cruiserweight Classic that were there also. You have Tyson Dukes, Zack Sabre Jr., Jack Gallagher. It was a great time. Check it out if you can at smashwrestling.com. So Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt did this sort of hide and seek thing. I'm really looking forward to their match at No Mercy where they do freeze tag. For one more shot at Miz's Intercontinental Championship, Dolph is putting his career on the line. You know, that's a bit of a drastic move for a mid-card title, but thank you, Ziggler. Okay, this was my first time watching New Japan Pro Wrestling. I know, I'm sorry. And believe it or not, there actually were a few words that I understood. They were all said by the American wrestlers. The main event was between Michael Elgin and Tetsu Naito. It was for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship. The match lasted about an hour, but it flew by. The pacing was very good. If you get a chance to watch this match, go do it. William Regal announced the 2nd annual Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. I love tournaments. I love them. I wish they could make a tournament of how much I love tournaments. Like they take 32 hearts and they just fight it out, and it just merges into one big heart at the end, and it's just filled with wrestling goodness. And then I open my chest and I take that heart and I put it in, and it beats, and it just beats wrestling into my blood. Can we do something like that? Liv Morgan's match against Asuka was shorter than this sentence. There was a showdown between Johnny Mundo and Sexy Star in the locker room. A one-on-one encounter is not too far off. And Pentagon Dark broke Cortez Castro's arm. Cero miedo! There was a lethal lockdown between EC3's team and Lashley's team, and the winner got to pick the stipulation for Bound for Glory, which may or may not happen this weekend. Bobby Lashley's team won. He picked the stipulation. It's going to be a no-holds-barred between him and EC3 for the championship. If there is a Bound for Glory, here's my predictions. And now for my picks of the week. Coming in at number 3 is Martin Kirby. On CPW, he's been on a roll lately. After this week's match, he took the show hostage until he got a title shot by first having a karaoke party with the audience and then handcuffing himself to the ring. Number 2 is John Cena, and it pains me to say that, but Cena ended SmackDown very aggressively. He was dominating AJ Styles and Dean Ambrose. Plus his promo on Talking Smack was fire! And number 1 is Cesaro. The man tried to eat concrete like it was his last meal, and it almost was. Then he gets up, finishes the match, and still shows up on Raw the next night. That man is tough. That's it for this week. Hit that like button and subscribe. And let me know about your wrestling fan fiction.